Hello everyone, I am Mr. Dishwasher. Previously, we discussed episodes 1 to 1024 of the One Piece anime. Today, let's explore the continuation of the story in the anime. For those who are fans of the One Piece series, please remember to like and subscribe. Currently, the 5 great supernovas are engaging in a fierce battle at the top of Onigashima against the 2 emperors. Meanwhile, the 9 red scabbards are encountering a fake Oden created by Kanjuro. At this moment, the fake Oden brings out a Mars, preparing to detonate a massive amount of explosives. In a critical moment, Ashura Doji bravely embraces the fake Oden, using his own body as a shield against the explosives. Suddenly, an explosion erupts, flames spread in all directions. After the smoke clears, Kinemon and his group are miraculously unharmed. However, Ashura Doji has been gravely injured and is unable to rise again. At this time, the red scabbards suppress their sorrow and set out to search for Momonosuke. Unexpectedly, they encounter Jack along the way. Determined, Inuarashi decides to confront Jack alone, allowing his companions to proceed. Elsewhere, a mysterious individual sets fires around Onigashima. Surprisingly, this person is the resurrected Orochi. Now, the resurrected Orochi is furious about Kaido's betrayal and seeks revenge. By his side is Fukurokuju, leader of the Oniwabanshu. Soon, Kinemon and his group unexpectedly cross paths with Orochi and his allies. Witnessing this, Orochi transforms into the Yamata no Orochi. However, with just one swift move, the red scabbards sever several of the serpent's heads. From Kinemon's eyes, Orochi even appears to glimpse Oden's presence. In an instant, the red scabbards swiftly defeat Orochi and resume the search for Momonosuke. Only Reizo decides to stay behind and face Fukurokuju in battle. At the peak of Onigashima, the battle between the emperors and the supernovas continues. Law proposes the necessity of separating Kaido and Big Mom and defeating them individually. However, Kaido and Big Mom are not willing to agree to such a plan. Suddenly, the two of them, like giants, combine their powers using their ultimate technique. Haki! Surprisingly, Zoro manages to single-handedly block the imposing Haki. He uses his own severe injuries as a sacrifice to protect all his companions. As a result, Luffy, unable to contain his anger, attacks Kaido with determination. His fiery fists force Kaido to instinctively evade. Observing this, a smile curls up on the corners of Luffy's mouth. It turns out that even Kaido has moments of fear and needs to dodge attacks. This situation ignites Kaido's fury, and he swings his club forcefully at Luffy, sending him back 100 meters. However, Luffy remains undaunted, engaging Kaido once more in a fierce struggle. Amidst the intense battle, Kaido showcases his dominating strength. He harnesses otherworldly black thunder currents, causing the entire Onigashima island to tremble. Yet, Luffy faces the storm with unwavering resolve, defiantly standing against Kaido's lightning. Now, the other supernovas set their sights on Big Mom. They aim to keep Kaido occupied while they execute their separation plan. With Luffy holding Kaido back, the other supernovas take action. Kid takes the lead in creating a confined space, and Law utilizes his abilities to seal Zeus within it. Then, Killer and a heavily wounded Zoro team up, launching fierce attacks on Napoleon and Prometheus respectively. Prometheus is sliced into several pieces, and Big Mom loses her flying mount and her favored weapon. However, Big Mom is far from an ordinary opponent. She uses her bare hands to defeat Kid. But this is part of Law's strategic ploy. Together with Kid, he employs repulsive forces and giant stones to send Big Mom flying off Onigashima Island. Beneath her is nothing but the boundless sea. In that moment, Big Mom's expression turns frantic as she urgently summons her subordinates for rescue. At this point, due to his severe injuries, Zoro is unable to seal Prometheus effectively, and Luffy is struck down by Kaido's attack, collapsing to the ground. Hence, Law chooses to stay behind to protect Luffy. Ultimately, Prometheus breaks free from the seal, rescuing Big Mom from the sea. In this moment, Big Mom complains about Zeus' unreliability, while Prometheus takes the opportunity to mention his small request. Currently, even though everyone couldn't defeat Big Mom, the goal of separating the emperors was still achieved. Therefore, Kid and Killer leave the battlefield to deal with Big Mom. Meanwhile, Luffy's eyes are wide open, his pupils dilated. He is fixed on Kaido just like in the past, until he collapses. Kaido states that he will shatter Luffy's entire brain. Hearing this, Zoro speaks to Law slowly. What comes next will test my limits. I entrust the rest to you. Immediately after, Zoro calls out to Kaido from behind and draws his sword.
Oi, Kaido! まずはこっちの頭を先に潰してもらおうか。アシュラ、バッキー！
Unexpectedly, Zoro, despite his severe injuries, deals a heavy blow to Kaido with a single move. Seeing the massive wound on his body, Kaido even suspects if Zoro possesses Conquerors' Haki. However, Zoro is at his limits, shaking and collapsing, facing Kaido's Thunder Bagua. At this critical moment, Law appears and blocks the attack for Zoro. After the move, Zoro's injuries worsen, and Law loses his ability to fight. Seeing this, Kaido softly says, "If you had joined the Beast Pirates, I could conquer the world." Right then, an imposing aura surprises Kaido directly.
お前と一緒にいられるか。お前は必ずぶっ飛ばす!
Unexpectedly, Luffy manages to rise once more, determined to knock Kaido down. On the other side, Big Mom summons thunder on the sea surface. She creates a substitute for Zeus, named Hera. In an instant, thunder roars and covers the entire Onigashima in electric light. The immense power even sends Kid and Killer into Onigashima's interior. As a result, Zeus's binding is lifted, and Zeus regains his freedom. Now, Big Mom also rushes into Onigashima, chasing after Kid. Furthermore, Kid and Killer encounter the traitor Hawkins. Then, Killer tells Kid to deal with Big Mom while he stays to face Hawkins. This suits Hawkins, as he doesn't want to fight two opponents alone. Hawkins even claims he has a 92% chance of killing Killer. At the top of Onigashima, Luffy remembers Hyogoro's guidance. Only in dire situations does power truly blossom. After being hit by Kaido's Iron Club, Luffy learns Conqueror's Haki can also infuse on the body, that's Kaido's strength. At this moment, Kaido admits with a laugh and launches a fierce attack. Just then, Luffy infuses Conqueror's Haki and uses his supreme grade sandals. Unexpectedly, infused with Conqueror's Haki, overwhelmingly formidable. Luffy's single punch makes Kaido spew blood and arch his body. Following that, Luffy clenches his fist again. A cracking heavy blow aims at Kaido's jaw. The immense impact overturns Kaido onto the ground. Now, Luffy instructs Law to protect Zoro and leave the rooftop battlefield, while he himself stays behind to completely defeat Kaido.
あとは何があってもこいつに勝つから。それだけみんなに伝えてくれ!
Subsequently, Law, as per Luffy's request, leads Zoro away. Thus, only Luffy and Kaido remain on the rooftop of Onigashima, colliding head-on. At this moment, Kaido displays a smile. You look quite content. The more dire the situation, the more content you appear. Before the words even settle, Kaido lunges at Luffy, who meets him without flinching. Both of them intertwine their Conqueror's Haki, the clash of club versus the sandals. For a moment, the aura of Conqueror's Haki overwhelms the entire Onigashima rooftop. Within Onigashima, Tama, Nami, and Usopp are pursued by the Ultai siblings. The tough opponents leave Nami and Usopp at a loss. At this moment, Tama aims to reach the Onigashima venue, issuing a command to all artificial Zoan ability users who had consumed her millet balls. Hearing this, Nami encourages Tama. "Don't worry, Tama. Big sister and uncle will definitely protect you." In response, Usopp immediately exclaims, "Who's an uncle? I'm only 19 years old." With that, Usopp uses exploding pine cones to temporarily drive Page 1 away. Just then, a terrifying aura appears beside them. The newcomer is surprisingly Big Mom. In an instant, Nami and Usopp are shocked by the scene. But Tama is thrilled, spreading her arms wide. Unexpectedly, Big Mom is so gentle toward Tama. It's said that Big Mom occasionally enters a maternal mode when facing 10-year-old children. In fact, Big Mom has a strong impression of Okabor Town, Tsuru, and Ashiruko. However, Tama says that Okabor Town has already been razed by Kaido's forces, under the pretense of aiding the samurai. In that moment, Big Mom recalls Tsuru's kindness and kimono. A boundless fury surges within her, coinciding with the arrival of Page 1. In this way, Big Mom delivers a powerful punch that sends Page 1 crashing to the ground. While she is submissive in combat against enemies, she strikes with determination when dealing with allies. As a result, Page 1 is defeated and is unable to recover. Seeing this, Ultai's body trembles with anger. Elsewhere, Kinemon leads Kiku to protect Momonosuke. The remaining red scabbards are dispersed across various locations, providing support to different battlefronts. Meanwhile, Nekomamushi learns of Pedro's death. He immediately seeks Perospero to avenge Pedro. On the side of Yamato, she hands over Odin's journal to Momonosuke. Soon after, she leaves her hiding place to assist Luffy. Simultaneously, Sanji finds himself surrounded by the beast pirates. He has a makeshift splint monster on his hand. As it turns out, 10 minutes ago, Law had entrusted Zoro to Sanji. Due to Zoro's 30 broken bones, they need to be immobilized with a splint. Now, Sanji is wholeheartedly guarding Zoro. He encounters Kawamatsu and Aizu, and they all make their way to Onigashima Hall. In another area, Perospero arrives at Onigashima Hall, teaming up with Queen. Meanwhile, Ultai charges angrily at Big Mom, swearing to avenge her brother. Seeing this, Nami calls out to sow discord, suggesting that Ultai had destroyed Okabor Town. However, Big Mom states that even after dealing with Ultai, the Straw Hat crew won't escape. Hearing this, Nami agilely proposes an alliance with Ultai, aiming to take down Big Mom together. Yet, Ultai sees through Nami's scheme and headbutts Kamakyo, dealing a heavy blow. Next, Ultai uses her claws to knock down Tama. This action provokes Big Mom's and Nami's anger. Nami swings her sorcery Climattact, conjuring terrifying lightning that overwhelms Ultai. Thus, Nami and Ultai engage in a confrontation. Nami initiates the Storm Sorcery Climattact, creating a powerful gust of wind. Despite the strong winds, Ultai manages to evade the attack. Then, Ultai seizes Nami and attempts to finish her off with a headbutt. Unexpectedly, Big Mom intervenes at that moment. She fuses Hera, Napoleon, and Prometheus together. Executing her ultimate technique, the Trinity Mazer Cannon. In the end, Big Mom uses the Mazer Cannon to pierce through Ultai. This showcases Big Mom's might. She doesn't hold back when attacking her own teammates. Now, Ultai, having lost her fighting prowess, lies on the ground unable to rise. Seizing this opportunity, Usopp and Nami intend to escort Tama to safety. Suddenly, Nami notices Zeus lurking nearby, hesitating to return to Big Mom's side. It turns out that Zeus recognized that Hera had replaced him in his position, which greatly saddened him. Prometheus and Hera, meanwhile, exchange affectionate remarks. At this point, Big Mom also notices Zeus and refuses his request to return, instead ordering Hera to consume Zeus. At the same time, Big Mom takes Tama from Nami's grasp and places her in a secure location. Following this, she wields Napoleon, preparing to eliminate Nami. Now, Zeus, seeing Nami and Usopp encountering a crisis, recalls Nami's gentle nature. With newfound courage, Zeus decides to break free from Big Mom for Nami's sake. Zeus transforms into a dark cloud and charges towards Big Mom, but she effortlessly catches him in her palm. Big Mom extracts a substantial portion of Zeus' soul and tosses it to Hera. Observing this, Nami attempts to have Zeus consume weather eggs to replenish his soul, but Zeus is too weak to resist and is on the brink of being devoured. Meanwhile, Big Mom lifts Napoleon, preparing to strike Nami. Just then, a steel arm breaks through the air. Unexpectedly, Kid intervenes, saving Nami and the others from their predicament. However, despite the heavy blow, it's nothing more than that for Big Mom. She quickly recovers her composure and confronts Kid with a stern expression. Simultaneously, the battle between Luffy and Kaido continues relentlessly. Amidst their fierce clash, Kaido repeatedly knocks Luffy down, but each time, Luffy rises again, launching countless powerful attacks. Techniques like the Gatling, Grizzly Magnum, and Red Rock are unleashed upon Kaido, leaving a considerable impact. Kaido is astonished by Luffy's determination and willpower. Yet, Kaido's strength is unfathomable. He remains resilient in the face of Luffy's relentless onslaught. Eventually, Luffy's stamina wanes, and he is once again struck down by Kaido. This time, Kaido employs a blade of energy to strike Luffy. Now, Luffy is battered and bloodied, and Kaido takes the opportunity to mock him, believing it's all over. After a fierce clash, Luffy vanishes from the peak of Onigashima. In this moment, Kaido reverts from his devil fruit form and speaks slowly. Unexpectedly, Luffy is defeated by Kaido once again. His eyes roll back, and he plummets from the sky into the abyss of the ocean below. Observing Luffy's fall into the sea, Kaido mocks him. "It seems you won't become Joy Boy." Subsequently, Kaido receives information that Momonosuke has been located by the scouts. Deciding to personally finish off this target for execution, Kaido heads towards him. Within Onagashima's hall, Chopper and Queen's battle rages on. However, Perospero unleashes a barrage of candy arrows. Indiscriminate attacks not only severely harm the assault forces. Even Chopper is struck by the arrow rain, bearing numerous wounds. But Chopper remembers his bounty. He unleashes immense power, flipping Queen to the ground with a single blow. However, Queen's resilience proves formidable, rendering Chopper's attacks ineffective. Ironically, Chopper's rampage form is about to reach its time limit. In the past, Caesar had assisted Chopper in modifying the structure of the Rumble Ball, extending the rampage's duration to 30 minutes. Of course, the new Rumble Ball comes with similarly astonishing side effects. Now, once the rampage's time expires, Chopper will be left completely paralyzed. Just then, an announcement from the Beast's Pirates broadcast spreads across the island. News of Luffy's defeat is broadcasted far and wide. Kaido demands that everyone surrender their weapons and avoid being killed. Upon hearing this, everyone is utterly surprised. The situation takes a dire turn. The samurai forces are in jeopardy. Elsewhere, Yamato is engaged in a fierce battle in Onigashima. Carrying Momonosuke's puppet, she draws attention away, while Momonosuke is engrossed in reading Oden's voyage journal. Momonosuke greatly admires Roger's greatness, and he declares that he must not die here. Suddenly, a splitting headache strikes Momonosuke. Someone is entering his mind. At this time, Kinemon and Kiku finally locate Momonosuke. Yet, they were also spotted by Kanjuro disguised as Oden. Seeing this, Kiku tries to intervene with his sword. But even though Kiku knows it's an imposter, he hesitates to attack. Seizing this opportunity, Kanjuro stabs Kiku in the abdomen. Reverting to his true form, he mocks Kiku's naivety. Enraged, Kinemon holds the dying Kiku, weeping as he longs for the dawn of Wano's future. Unable to contain himself, Kinemon draws his sword against Kanjuro. In this manner, Kinemon swiftly executes a single strike and severs Kanjuro's life. As his life ebbs away, Kanjuro emits a sinister chuckle. If someone were to bring the curtain down on my theatrical career, it's most fitting that it should be you. After all, on the stage, you are my best friend. With those words spoken, Kanjuro falls to the ground, motionless. Just then, a terrifying figure descends from the sky. The arrival is none other than Kaido, ushering in a renewed crisis.
Shibu! Momonosuke様を連れて逃げろ!
Alright, the above text summarizes the main storyline from episodes 1025 to 1035 of the One Piece anime. For those who enjoy the One Piece series, remember to like and subscribe. Your support is what fuels my video creation. I will also continue to provide updates on One Piece. Thank you, everyone. Goodbye.